In this lesson, we're going to learn how to do the double crochet, which is a bit taller than the half double crochet in our previous lesson, as well as twice the size as our single crochet. This isn't something that we tend to use in Ami very much, but scarves, gloves, that sort of thing, you'll definitely be using the double crochet a lot. So it's important for you to learn it as well. Now, the key difference that we're going to be doing with double crochet is, remember in our chain, I pointed out the line in the back of our chain. Instead of going through just the top loop like we typically do with our single crochet, like so, you're going to go behind and go through the line as well. So be sure to grab that line in the back as you go through the first time, just so that we can have a little bit more of our foundation. Now, instead of our half double crochet, we went into the third chain. Well, our double crochet, since it's taller, we're going to go into the fourth chain from the hook. So we're going to skip the first chain, the second chain, the third chain, and we're going to go into this fourth chain right here. So let's go ahead and start. We're going to yarn over so that we have technically 2 loops on our hook here. We're going to skip 1, 2, 3, and we're going to go into that fourth one. Don't forget to go in behind that line in the back there. Yarn over and pull through. So you should have 3 loops on your hook. We're going to yarn over and we're going to go through the first loop and the second loop, but we're not going to go through that third loop. We're going to leave that third loop alone for right now. So now you should have 2 loops on your hook, yarn over, and then pull through those final 2. And that is your very first double crochet. And just like our half double crochet, our first chain that we skipped, our 3, counts as a stitch on its own. So don't forget about that. Yarn over, and we're going to go through the next one. Don't forget to go underneath that line in the back there. Yarn over and pull through. 3 loops on our hook here. Yarn over, pull through the first 2. 2 loops on our hook. Yarn over and pull through the final 2. And that's technically our third double crochet. Yarn over, 2 loops on our hook, go through, make sure you get underneath that line, yarn over and pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2. And there we go. Let's just keep going. Yarn over and be sure to get under that line. 3 loops on our hook, yarn over first 2, yarn over second 2. My yarn is not cooperating with me right now, sorry guys. So yarn over and we're going to go through the next one. Be sure to get underneath that line, yarn over, pull through, 3 loops on our hook, yarn over first 2, yarn over second 2. Why don't you guys meet me at the end of this row here, and then we'll learn how to do the second row. Alright, now that we're at the end, let's go ahead and take a look at our stitches here. Now we still have that same V that we keep making with each of our stitch, but now there's 2 lines over the top of it. So that's how you can recognize a double crochet from the front. And then when we look at the top, we of course have our trusty V's. So let's go ahead and count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And don't forget that chain in the front as 12. You should have 12 double crochets in this row. So now that we're at the end, we're going to go ahead and start on our next row here. You're going to chain 3. Like I said, double crochet is a very tall stitch. So we're going to chain 3, turn our work, and just like our half double crochet, we're going to skip obviously the chain 3, our turning chain. And we're going to skip the very first stitch because remember this counts as a stitch on its own, and we're going to go into that second stitch right there. So here we go, yarn over, 2 on our hook, into that second stitch, yarn over, 3 on our hook, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the final 2. And there is our double crochet on this row. We're going to keep going a little bit further, yarn over, 2 on our hook, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through the first 2, yarn over, pull through the second 2. I'm going to keep on going. Yarn over, pull through, yarn over, first 2, yarn over, second 2. And why don't you guys meet me at the end of the row, and I will help you to remember to go through that final chain. Okay, well, I'm at my end of my row here. And we're going to go ahead and count. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. And remember, our row is supposed to have 12, and that's because I did not go through that chain 3 at the front. So we need to go ahead and do that. Don't forget it. It's very easy to. And again, your piece is going to start to turn into some kind of it's very hard to get through this. But your piece is going to start turning into like a triangle almost, and you're going to be questioning why it's not straight or why it looks so crookedy. And it's because you keep skipping the chain 3s at the front. So there we have it. And go ahead, keep doing this over and over again until you get used to it. As you can see, it gets a little bit more stretchy the taller the stitches that we go, and you can start to see through the stitches as well, which is why we don't really use the stitch for Ami as much, because we don't want to be able to see the stuffing through the stitches. My next lesson, we're going to be learning triple crochet, which is an even taller stitch. So I hope you join me for that.